Hello and welcome to another episode of Monifactory with Squiz98. So I have done a little bit of work in between, so let's just see what we've done. So we did all that last time. What have I done over here? Trying to remember what I've done over here. Not a huge amount over here. I made some. I refined down some real gar so I could get some antimony. Now the real stuff I've been working on is in this barrel here. So what I've made is I've made some tin cables, got some lithium dust, made some battery alloy, which is just some antimony dust, which I used from the rear gar. You put it through the mixer, through the thermal centrifuge. So this one. So crushed it down and then put it through the thermal centrifuge, which got me my antimony dust. Now I could have basic macerated wouldn't work because you don't get that until HV. So got that, which meant that I could create the battery alloy just through 4-to-1 through my alloy smelter, and then made it into plates. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the batteries. So that and that, which gets us 16 batteries. We're then going to take the lithium dust. Now, I've got the canner in here, the canner. So I'm just going to plonk the canner down somewhere for the moment. Let's just place it here so it gets some power. And then what we're going to do is going to put the 16 battery casings and the lithium dust into that so we can make these batteries. So the small battery was just a tin cable, 2 battery alloy plates. The lithium battery is 1 casing and 2 lithium. And I've also over here made a battery. So in here we have a low voltage battery buffer. Now this is for something in particular that I need to make. So once this is finished, I suppose I can just throw it on top there. And then if we take these batteries as I take them out, they're going to now start charging up, hopefully. So, but yeah, what we want to do is we want to get 16 batteries in here, and then we can use something else that I've made. So what I'll do is I will finish making the batteries and let them charge up, and then we'll discuss what that's for, because it's going to take a little while for them to charge up and do everything I needed to do. So we'll come back once that's happened, and then we'll go on to the next part. Okay, so let's go about 43 seconds. Just remember anything else I made. I made these upgrades, which actually increase these by like they're at 1.5, so that does make things actually run. My LV hatch there is like still got 1,000, so it's still actually although it is saying it's not working now because that may be there enough power. So yeah, it's run out of power because we're obviously doing this. But 2, 1. So if I now take out all of these batteries and then take that off of there. Now what we're going to do here is I've also made a basic pump and a steel drum. What we're going to do is we're going to go find some lava, and I seem to remember, I think it was when I went to look for coal, which is, where's my coal hole? coal? I think it's over here. No. Nickel. Silver. Coal. There it is. I seem to remember when I came over to the coal hole, there was some lava at the bottom of this. Now, I've got to remember where I came out of here, because I can't drop all the way down there, and I've left my bucket of water back at the base. So, now I seem to remember I came up around a oh, I didn't know they were down there. Well, I probably did, but where did I come up with this? I felt like it was really close to it was near a path. And I thought it was near a hut or a house. Maybe it's over here. Ah, this could be it here. Yes, this is it. Where all the iron golems decide to hang out. So I've come down here. I am pretty sure there's lava down here, I think. We shall find out in a second. Come down even further. This was a long time. I forgot how long this tunnel was. Right, so there's lava over there. Now, the plan here, grab the backpack, grab a piece of tough, personally. So if I put this here, put this here, and then put my battery there, put those in there. Oh, I need my wrench. Hang on. Let's quickly grab my wrench, because I knew there was something I'd forgotten. Oh. Alright, let's do it back. So if I now do this, that's now getting power, so that's good. And if I then put this tank here, that's now filling up with lava. So as you can see in the background there, it's randomly taking blocks of lava away. So hopefully this will fill up. And once that's filled up, I'll have, I think it's 32 buckets or 60, 32 buckets I think of lava, which I can then turn that into obsidian. I hope. Which I need to make the next thing, which is the simulation chamber. So I need to make some more circuits, but this bit here, I need these dark steel plates, which require obsidian dust and steel dust. Now, I don't have a reliable source of obsidian at the moment, so it looks like I'm going to have to do it this way. Once we're into hostile neural networks, we'll be able to get magma, create magma blocks, and make lava that way using chemical reactor, and that just sort of like smelts it down. But at the moment, we've got to do it the difficult way. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll wait for this to fill up, and then we will go back and we'll start making obsidian with that, because this is looking like it's going to take a little while for it to fill up. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so we now have 64 buckets of lava in there. As you can see, this is sort of slightly depleted, this lava source here, but barely used any of the battery stuff. Right, so now let's head home again. So, now, to make obsidian, we can use the fluid solidifier with the casting mould. Now we use the casting mould in here, and we have a fluid solidifier around here. This one. Let's quickly replace this in a different place. I'm going to have to go and get my wrench in a second. But if we go down there, I grab my wrench, which I can never find. And this one, there we go. Yeah, found it quickly this time. And then we do this going to here, this going to here. That's now filled that up. Cool. I just realised something else needs a screwdriver. So screwdriver. Okay. So we have our thing. Take that out of there, put that in there. Put our barrel on top. And then if we use the screwdriver on the bottom, it fills the machine below with the liquid. So that's now going to make, now I think it takes a bucket per process, but it will take that and make obsidian, I believe. I hope. Now that's going to take, it takes 51 seconds per process. So what else we're in here? Yes, so I've made the metal framework as well. So let's quickly, and I purchased some rotten flesh. So the way to get the rotten flesh is to use 2 money pennies. You get 16, because we don't have access to this as yet, or this. You know, none of this we've got access to. We could have tried to loot it, but from one of the cities, but we've not been to the city, so. But anyway, so to start off in hostile neural networks, you create one of these, which is some fine gold wire, an LV circuit, some electrical steel plates, and a pulsating mesh. And then you put that with a piece of rotten flesh. And then you get a zombie data model. Now, obviously we can't do anything with the zombie data model at the moment, which is slightly annoying, but you know, we will be able to. Now, to make the dark steel casing, you need, so if we look at this, in the mixer, 1 obsidian dust and 1 steel dust, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So let's grab some steel, and it would be nice to have a stack of obsidian, but that's going to take quite a while. We've got 2. So what I will actually do is I will let this run through. This is going to take far too long, but we need this for the next step. So yeah, I'll let this run through, get ourselves a stack of obsidian, and I will come back to show you the next part. So I've just realised a few things we need to get done for this hostile neural networks to work, because this power setup we got there is just not up to scratch for it. So we actually need to make the pneumatic dynamo, which needs fibre and alloy. Now that requires the electric blast furnace, which takes a while as well, but that requires energetic alloy dust and enderpearl dust. Now enderpearl dust is by crushing an enderpearl, and you can make an enderpearl by the alloy smelter, one of them, and a diamond. So let's make some of them. I've got some of that to spare, not much, but we need a fair few. Let's make 12. And so I need 12 diamonds. So let's throw these into here. So that'll make us 12 ender pearls. We also need to make some glowstone, which I'd already looked into, so we need some gold dust and some tricoat, yeah, this stuff. Now, that was something I used pyrite for, so we have some of that here. Let's get some gold. I should just be able to throw this into the smeltery thing. And then we'll wait for that to come out. So that should get us some glowstone dust. Which then means we can make the energetic alloy. So let's make that. That will be fine. We need to make that, which is redstone, gold, and glowstone. What was the ratios on that? 2 gold, 1 redstone, 1 glowstone. Right, so 2 gold, 1 redstone. Oh, do I need to actually crush down the gold for this one? Yeah, right, throw that through the macerator quickly. That's the only issue with this setup, you have to break the barrels if something doesn't go right in there. So let's just check this works. No, it doesn't work in there. Okay, so we do need to do it in the mixer, which is the problem. I've got one of those over here somewhere, I think. Close that. I'm sure I had a mixer. I've not got a mixer. I'm sure I've made one. Hang on, let's just double check this. Yeah, so it has got to be the mixer, which I'm surprised I haven't made yet. So let's make one of them quick. I need to make some of these. I need to make some of these. Some glass. Right, then I also need to make some of these. Stack of them. Right. What's missing? Alloy cables. Right. I've dipped some of that in there. Okay. So that's just these bits I'm waiting on now. So. Okay. And then 2 of those, mixer. Then one of these. And then some more glass. And then we just do this. So we have a mixer. So let's just put this that there. Alright, let's go get our crushed gold. which should be over here by now. Yep, it is. So put that and that in there. Now that takes 4 seconds per process, but gets 2 glowstone per process, so that's nice. Oh, so this stuff is in the mixer again. So let's go. I wonder if I'm going to be able. I'm going to try it in the other thing once this is finished. So once we've got a stack of glowstone, I'll try it just in the alloy smeltery. Right. So we also need for that crushed glowstone, crushed ender pearls. So ender pearls hopefully are in there. I need to keep a couple. So let's throw 8 in there, which will be 1 process. So we've got the ender pearls. Okay. That's probably enough. 40. So let's grab. And then now let's see if I can put this into here. Nope. So that needs to be broken down. Right, then have my inventory out a bit with stuff that I don't need at the moment. I'll put those back in here for the minute because they're going to be useful. Well, they go on that. Yeah, that. Right, let's just take this, see how if it works. No, okay. So that does have to go through the mixer first. Of course it won't work because it's a recipe for that. Why do I keep walking so close to that damn thing? So that's done a stack of 64. So what, we're going to grab another. So it's 80. 128. So that's 100. No, 108. I think that'll be right. And in there, I'm going to grab a stack of redstone. And get more redstone soon. Put the glowstone in there that we're left over. And then nearly there. Another gets us 8 per time, and I've got 16, 2, 3, 4, 6. Another 6 processors. So that's finished off the glowstone, which is nice. Put the rest of that in there. Let's start this mixing. I can put everything in and then just add the last bits of there we go. Oh, that does make 4, so that's nice. So we should get 4 stacks of that. Right, I think that's all the gold's done down. So throw the last bit in here. Right, now being that we've got like 8 now that's go through the mixer, so let's take that out for a minute and throw those through, which will get us 16 of this, which might be enough to make what we need. If not, I'll make the rest off camera, and then we'll pick up with the hostile neural networks next time, and then use massive dynamos. So what do I actually know? I'm going to need grains of infinity. Ooh, haven't got those yet. So that's flint and steel on bedrock. So I've got to go and find some bedrock. So I'll tell you what, let's go do that now. Let's grab a bit of flint and some, I think it's just iron. Unless they've changed the note. There we go. So let's head down here. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to go down. I'm pretty sure that there's bedrock down, or you know, easier to access. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to dig down. So we're at minus. Right, that's bedrock. That's bedrock. That's bedrock. Right, so if I grab my flint and steel. And then we just wait for this to go out, and hopefully we get some grains of infinity. And we already have one. 2, 3, 4. So just rinse and repeat. Oh, probably best not to set myself on fire. I'll wait for these ones to go out, and then we'll head back home. We'll have about half a stack by the end of this, so that's cool. Maybe not, but we have 20. That's enough for what we need. Right, so let's do /home. Right, so we have grains of infinity. What we've got in here, we've got a 60 vibrant alloy. Let's throw the rest of that back in there. Energetic alloy. So we will need some of this. So I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to throw that in there. That needs to be on 1. So let's take. Oh yeah, we have aluminium now, which is nice. So we need to smelt up some of this. We'll need to smelt up some of this. So if I throw that in there as well, we'll just wait for those to be made, and then I will come back. So I've just worked out that you need 10 energetic alloy and you need 10 vibrant alloy to make one of these, because you need 4 in an alloy smelter to make that, 4 to make that one. So let's make some iron gears. Let's quickly make those because they're easy. How much iron I've got? Right, do you know what? I'm just going to make a stack of these because I can just throw those through the one over here. I'll break this again. Put that in there. Put that in there. And that will make me 8 iron gears. Now I'll take down to 20 seconds or so. The slow part for this is this. Making this. So we've got 8. So once we've got 10, we can start. No, we only need 8 for that, actually, right. So we need. Yeah. So they're out. So I need 2 of these. And 2. So I can throw 2, 3, 4 of those in there with that. That should make us our nihility bimetal gears, and then I throw those in there with that. That makes us our energized bimetal gears, and then I need the 8 with the energetic. This one. So I shall take that out for the minute, so that it can start producing. Is that running out of power? Yeah. Oh, no, we're still doing all right. Okay. So that takes 20 seconds per ingot, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 160 seconds, so nearly 3 minutes. So what I will do is I'll come back once I've got the 10 pieces of that I need. Okay, so we've got the 8 pieces. Let's go and make the gears that we need. They'll be in here. So we then just throw those back in there with those. That'll make us 2 vibrant bimetal gears. And then hopefully by the time we've finished these, the other bits that we need for the plates will be ready. Yep. Right, so we throw those through the bender. And then we need to make the rest of the stuff for this. So, one of these, which is silver rods. Got a little bit of silver left. Not a huge amount though. So we'll be a bit sparing with that. And throw those through the lathe. I think we've got plenty of gold rods already, so we should be right there. We might be struggling with for this bit, the plates, so I need 5 ingots of that. Right. So I throw those in there, grab those out. Grab those out. Come back for those in a second. So one of them. We then need to make furnace. Oh, there's so many variants before you get to the one you want. Oh, I've got enough silver to make the silver furnace. I think I have. Oh, I've already made it. Oh, cool. Right. Gold furnace. Diamond furnace. Right, let's go grab our plates because they should be done now. Cool. And then we just need to make these bits. So 2 of those. We need to make this. Then we should be able to make this. Cool. Right. So now that runs on diamonds. So I'm going to run a stack of diamonds through this ready. But we're not going to set it up until such a point that we're ready to start the other bit up. Right, how are we doing on our obsidian? Not quite there yet. This will be smelting up the rest. Cool, so that's getting through that. No, they don't go in there. They do. That can go in there as well. And then this goes in here. That can go in there. That can go in there for the moment. Okay. So that's just spent up a stack of diamonds. Now we do need this. We need the stack of that because we need a lot of this. So, and I think we're. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what else we could do. We could do with some more laser IO stuff. So, those. So we could do with a couple more of these. I've only got one. So let's make some more of them. Okay. Couple more of them. I've already got the right, so I've got 3, that's fine. Let's make some of these. Oh, too lazy to do them. Do you know what, actually, no. So I will save the resources. I'll stack of those through there. I need 2, I think. Maybe 3. I'll need 3 actually to start with. No, one more. Right. So let's now make a couple of these. Another one of those. And then I want to make I think we can get away with the conductive iron ones still. So let's make 6 of those. How easy are they to energetic alloy wire? That's not difficult because we've got some spare energetic alloy now. Probably go up to the next tier actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Right, let's put these through the wire mill on pattern 1. So 3, so this makes 3. So 6. Do 3 of those there, and then 3 of those there. We might just need some iron plate, so let's cook up some iron plates. Right. Alright. So that's already made them. I think I've got iron plate over here already, but we'll just... So... Boom. And... that one. One of those. Cool. So in theory, I could swap that, which will allow it to transfer power quicker. Cool. So that can now transfer like 8,000 more. I mean, it's more than it can produce, but yeah. Right. Again, let's empty out our inventory. So I will need to, I'll need 1, 2, 3 of those. No, probably just 1 of those actually. Thinking about it. Nope, that doesn't go in there. They can go in there. Those can go in there. That can go in there. They go in there. No, that goes in there. That can go in there. So cool. There isn't another way. Apart from the obsidian, which I'm then going to have to crush, which is very annoying, but yeah, 45. Yeah, I think this is a case of I'm just going to wait for this to finish up, because, as I say, I think this is the sticking point now of where we can do anything else, because we need that for that, we need it for we need it for the loot fabricator as well, but we also need to make media circuits for that, which requires gallium arsenide, fine annealed copper and liquid polyethylene. So actually I think this is probably going to be, we're not going to get into hostile neural networks until the next episode, because I need to do a backtrack and make this. What I remember from previous playthroughs, that's a pain in the backside. It's like a string of about 10 machines. So what I might do, I'll get the obsidian smelted up, I'll get the dark steel ready for next episode, and then we will work on the liquid ethylene conundrum next time. But guys, thank you very much for being here, I appreciate it, and I shall see you in the next episode. Alright, bye bye.